Okay, hi guys. Today's tutorial is on how to make a basic web page. So, here's what you're gonna want to do. I'm gonna just show you the features that I'm gonna cover today. So we're gonna do how to put a title up here in the tab, how to do a header, how to underline things there, make things bold, make things italic, do a bullet point list, colour the text, put an image in, and also put a hyperlink to another page. I'll just show you the hyperlink. It goes to my web page, which has got a scrolling bar. That's my web page. If you want to take a look at my web page, I'll put the link in the description to my web page. So yeah, please take a look at that. But that's what we're going to do. So you're going to want to open up Notepad, and to start off with, you're going to want to type a HTML tag. The tag basically says that the code about to be typed is HTML. Then we're going to want to type head. Then we're going to, so that's the tag, and you always start it and end with these little things here. The bigger than, smaller than tags. So to do this up here in the tab, you're going to want to go title tag. Type whatever you want. We just can do my first web page. Right, and then you're going to end the title. You don't just type title again. That doesn't work. You need to do /title. So it's saying I've ended the title. Then to end the head, you guessed it, /head. Right. Now we're going to start the actual main body of the web page. Hence the reason this tag is body. Then what I generally do is I just go down here, leave a bit of space, and do the ending of the body tag. Then I would recommend whether it's a really basic web page or a more complicated one, I really recommend spacing everything out so it's really easy to read, so that if you make a mistake, you can look through it really easily without it being all in one line. Because actually, you could type it all in one big long line, like that, all of it. But you shouldn't really do that, I don't think. It doesn't make a difference. You can do that if you really want to, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because you don't really see everything as well. So then maybe a few lines, or even just one line, and then end the HTML. So this says I've ended the code. There's no more code coming. So now we're going to do a heading. So for that, you're going to want to do, there's various different sizes you can do. So there's the lowest number being the highest. So you do H1, which is the highest size you can do. And then generally what I tend to do is then just do the tag there, and then click back to there to type my text. But it's up to you. So call it my first web page. You may notice there's a theme here. So then to start a paragraph, start a line really, you want P to start the line. So now what we're going to, so that will, well, let's show you that to start. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save it, and you're going to want to find the file that you're going to put it in. Now it's important this, so you're going to want to delete that, and you're going to call it my first web page. Then you're going to go all files. So as you can see there, that one is this. The one as an example. Then what you're going to do, you can't just save that, because the computer has no idea what format this file is in. So you're going to then go .html. Save. If we then go back into folders, scroll down to where we saved it, which was in public, pictures, random, my first web page. So if you click on that, it's a HTML. So there you can see is the header, and up there, my first web page. Now, what you mustn't get confused about is this site is not uploaded to the web. It's not up on the web. It's not there for everyone to see how glorious your site is. It is in your files. It can be opened by your browser from your files, but you won't, if you get this and you go on someone else's computer and type that in, it won't come up with this. It'll say that it can't find it. Or if they've made my first webpage.html, it come up with some other file. So I will show you my site is uploaded to the web, www.htmlhelp.freehostingcloud.com. The reason it says free hosting cloud is that's the web host I use. So to actually upload your site to the web, you're going to need to find a web host. But I won't go into that too much detail right now, because that's going to be one of my later videos in this series of HTML tutorials. That'll be one of the last videos I do in this series of videos, because, well, it's the last thing you really want to do when you're doing a web page. I mean, my web page, if you scroll right down to the bottom, that's information on how to upload your site to the web using free hosting cloud. So if you want to take a look at that and jump ahead, it's also got an email link, so if you want help, do feel free to email me. And I've got more coming soon. So that's just a little explanation of why this is not uploaded to the web. Right, back to doing the actual code. So what was the next thing we're going to do? The next thing we're going to do is underline. Underline, well, that's fairly simple. Right, as I was saying, to start the line, P. To finish the line, /P. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do, believe it or not, U. One thing I would say about HTML, if you've never done any coding or anything before, then I really recommend starting doing HTML, because it's actually fairly obvious sort of code. You could almost guess how to underline something. It's not really, it's not rocket science. So there again, you've got your slash. So just say underline. So that's that. If we save this and go to this again, hasn't appeared because we haven't reloaded the page. There you go, underline. This page is basically going to turn out as a duplicate of this page. Right. So back in, the next thing we're going to do is bold, I believe. Yeah, bold. So, bold. I generally do a 2-line space so that everything is spaced out so that I can see it really easily, see if I've made a mistake. So, for the tag to make something bold, let's see if you can guess what it is. Yes, it is a big, fat, whopping B. So, and then end it again with that slash. Getting quite friendly with Mr. Slash, aren't we? He's a very important part of coding. So, not HTML. So, that's bold, so just do bold. Right, Control save. Go back again. Reload the page again. You got bold. So the next thing is italics. Italics, once again, is fairly obvious. It's not rocket science, it is I. Slash I. Okay. Control save. Right. Reload. There you go. Right. Next thing is a bullet point list. Bullet point lists, you may think it's going to be slightly complicated. You may not think. I think it is sort of in between that. It's sort of complicated, it sort of isn't. So, new line. Okay. So, for a bullet point list, you're going to do UL, which is basically an unordered list. So, I don't think it actually stands for unordered list. I think there's some technical word instead of list, but let's call it unordered list. Plain English. Right. So, you've got your unordered list. So, to do a actual bullet point, you're gonna, I tend to do a line down just to make everything easier. So then you're going to do LI. Then you're going to type what you want. List, should say. List 1. Right. Then we're going to do, for a list like I've done, it's got 2 on that particular list. So, if you want that, you may just want 1 line, in which case, that's fine, but this also brings us on to a sort of other sort of tag, which is the break tag. It's a line break, and you will want to do that as it makes the list much better. So it sort of, well, it basically is just another line, really. So, but anyway, then to not confuse yourself, you do another one. It's just me, makes it easier to see. So, then we're going to do list 1 to 12. Okay. List 12 then. Not exactly your normal numbering system, but hey ho. So we're going to do break and then break again. Then we're going to go down, and then we need to finish off that first bullet point with /li. Right. Then we're going to start another one. and we're going to say list 2. It's a very strange numbering system, I know. It goes 1, 12, 2. But, you know, we're all strange sometimes. So, we're going to do your break. Then we're going to say list 22. So our numbering system here goes 1, 12 to 22. So, then you can do your break. So the next thing you are going to want to do is the next thing we're doing is text with colour. Right, well, save that and reload the page. There you go, list. Right, 1, 12 to 22. So now we're going to do our text with colour. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to do your tags for the line, and you're going to do tag, say, font colour. This is the American spelling. I'm not American, as you can probably tell by my accent. It's definitely not American. But you have to spell it American, even though HTML was sort of thought up by a British person. All of the tag is spelled American. There's other things that are American, the American spelling. So you may notice actually on this webpage I've got the English spelling of colour, but in the code it has to be American. Right. And then you're going to do font colour equals. Then you're going to do 2 speech marks, and then that tag. Then you're going to do. I do the 2 speech marks, and then I decide my colour. So the colour, you can make it pretty much any colour. This one I've just got red, and because red's a basic colour, you can just say red. But if you, for a more advanced colour scheme, go to my website or any other website that's got a colour chart on. I have a colour chart on my website. It's not actually my colour chart, but you know, I got it off Google Images, so you can find one on Google Images. You can find one on pretty much any HTML site that teaches you basic HTML. So you've got, I think that's actually really dark brown now. Let's see, yeah, that's really dark brown. Then you've got sort of green. Is that really dark green? I don't know. And then green going up the shades, and then you know. There you've got, and each individual colour has its own code there, at the bottom of there. If you do choose to go to my site, again I'll remind you the link's in the description, but if you do choose to go to my site and you think, that's a bit small, right click, open image in new tab. Not much bigger. In fact, it's not bigger at all. Sorry, I apologise about that. The reason I did that is because these ones, because they're a copy of my whole screen. If you go, because they've been shrunk down. If you do open into new tab, much bigger. Anyway, sorry. But you can view that, or just go on Google Images. Go on Images. Just do color chart HTML. That should come up with quite a few results. There's about, Google's just estimating that there's about a lot of results, basically. We're going to just say that. So, there you go. A lot of results. That's not a particularly good one. Or that. But, I wouldn't pick one like that, because that's just got reds going into... so, yeah, you can get up loads, basically. But, yeah. So, go back. So where were we? Yes, text with colour. Right, we'll just get back on track. So we'll do text with colour. So, then we're going to do /font. So, what you need to remember though, is it's not text colour. I'd very much like it to be text colour because it would be so much easier, but using this you can say font style, font size, stuff like that. So it's font. And then you end it with font. So, that's that. So if we save that, reload this page, text with colour. Okay. So, back to here. What's the next thing? Sorry. Oh yeah, image. Image, then hyperlink. So, image needs to be, the image you use needs to be saved in the same folder that your actual HTML file is saved in. So, basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to save that. I've got one saved, and I seem to have two of these open. So I've got this image here, which is just that, which is a JPG image, so the extension's JPG, JPEG image. Sorry, close that. Oh well. Which the extension is JPG. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to do image, well it's short for image scra, or whatever it is, equals, again those two things, sorry, speech marks, type in the file name, it was just image, I saved it, .jpg, or .gif, or whatever extension your image has. So save, reload, there you go, there's the image, okay, whatever, image is dancing. Anyway, right, the last and final, but not least, because there's more videos to come, last final thing, whatever, is hyperlink to another page. The page we'll be using is the page we'll be linking to is my website. So, but you can link it to any site. Basically, here you go. I will also just demonstrate to you that images can be used as hyperlinks. So this image is a hyperlink in it takes you to my channel. There you go, there's my channel. So, there you go. Just saying. New series on HTML. Anyway, that's that. That is that. Right, there you go. So, let's do the highlight. So, do our line. So, you're going to want to do A space href equals again 2 speech marks, then that. Okay, and then you do right. So we're going to link it to http www.html.freehostingcloud.com. Right, save that. Oh, wait, don't save that yet. So hyperlink and do /a. Save. Reload. There's your hyperlink. That takes you to my site. Okay. That's the end of the video. Goodbye. Please comment. Please subscribe. Please do visit my website. If you have any queries about this video, you can email me with my link here. You can put a comment in the description. Comment on this video. Put a comment on my channel. Any way of contacting me you have, do feel free to ask me. And one thing which I would like you to put either in the comment or email it to me, preferably not on my channel, but either email it to me or do a comment. You can put it on my channel if you really want to. It's up to you. Is what would you like to have a tutorial on to do in HTML? Whether it be this scrolling, text, how to resize an image, like I've done there, to an email link, editing. So something you'd like. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I will see you in my next video, which I will try and upload next week. I'm trying to do video every week. So yeah, see ya.